Good morning, y'all. I'm gonna do my best to do, well, best I can. And I'm gonna try to make this video somewhat quick because we are expecting some rain. Got my mother's car up here on jack stands, and the rear is actually on ramps because I didn't feel like putting all four wheels on jack stands when I didn't need to. And so here's the tool review I'm going to do. This is with this thing here, and I'm pretty sure it's like at 90. I have somebody that just left me a voicemail. I think it's a customer from work, even though I'm on vacation. So I'm not going to lie, I have used this already, but first impressions, it feels good in the hand. It's got nice balance. And see how it... got lug nut stuck in the socket. That has nothing to do with the tool. I figured these would be pretty tight because I did have another mechanic do the wheel bearings on it. And you never know what kind of tools he's going to use. Man, these rotors are heat worked pretty bad. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a brake job on this car. The rotors are pretty bad, and I have it set so that I can have the key turned so I can do that. Oh crap, I left my other tool set in the back of the S10. Hopefully I don't need it, because although it's right there, I can always just pause the video and go back. It does have the little ball here rather than the ring that makes it hard to get your sockets off of it. Actually, no, I should have. You always want to get them loose first and then do that. Now, sad part is the brake pads are not in bad shape on this at all. But I'm doing new rotors, so I'm going to go ahead and throw new pads on it. I can't find my proper compressor tool at the moment, and this does not appear like it's going to work very well. Actually, I can do it this way. Maybe. Well, either way, I'll get that dealt with. Now, I'll put the caliper over here where it's not going to hang by the hose. Can I use a different socket, of course? And then these sockets I'm using have the hole that lines up with the ball on these, which makes it much nicer. These are all bolts that are... I just took the brake pad to the leg. Crap, I have my brake cleans in there too. Looks like he did put some anti-corrosion stuff on there, which is good. So these are brand new Ford Motorcraft pads. If you're working on an 02 Mercury Sable, that's the pad you'd be looking at. My mother has this habit of riding her brakes, which then causes her rotors to warp. And then these are also Ford Motorcraft rotors for the same car. Now let me go grab some other stuff out of the truck and I'll be right back. Alright, so I managed to find the one tool I was looking for. So that's gonna help. Now, because I literally just did these last summer, there's some things I'm not gonna do. And it's just a shame because these pads they weren't the greatest quality pads, but you can see they got a lot of life left in them. But because her rotors, try to grab this, you can tell by the bluish coloring on it that they've seen a lot of heat because she rides her brakes. Now I'm gonna try to turn this. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Now, man, look at that Ford Motorcraft. Now, okay, so this doesn't even have it, but there's provisions for screws that can go in here to hold the caliper in place while you're doing work. But you know, her car actually doesn't use it, so these must also fit a car that has that. So what I do is I'll run oh yeah, I don't know how well that's picked up on the camera, but this also has 3 LEDs on it. Make it really, really nice. Brake parts cleaner, brand new. Well, Scott Towels, because I realized I left my roll in the car that my mom is currently at her house. Now these come with a anti-corrosion film on them that you don't. I heard some say you don't have to take them off, take the coating off, but I like to do it. I like having good stops from minute 1, you know what I mean? And it really isn't that bad. So what I'm going to do, okay, these still move nice, and I put a lot of grease on these, or not, I put like the right amount. I don't want to say I put a lot. Taking a wire brush and cleaning up the surface where the pads are going to ride. I didn't feel like looking for this, so I grabbed a couple packs of the cheap stuff from the parts store. I was there earlier. I just like to slab these up a little bit because that's where the pads ride. Take another towel and get that off of here, but I don't want the grease hitting the rotor. That's the only thing. Try to hit a blind hole here. Which isn't always fun. I can get the top one on them. Top one went right in. Oh, okay. Should have been the 14, no. 15. I like to always start things by hand when I can. Alright. I turned in the wheel. I made it very tight in here. And even though I kind of trust this thing, I'm going to, and my mom's life rides on this thing, you know. Oh man, that thing is pretty powerful. I greased the wrong area, it would appear. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of this grease, put it on the ears here, where there's going to be metal on metal contact. Slather up the back where the piston, actually, yeah, this will, right where the back side of the caliper is going to touch it. There's hardware that's in there. Same thing with this one. I'm going to try my best not to touch the brake pad surface, so I do have this grease on my hands. This got a little bit of grease on the rotor, but I can clean that off. That's not a problem. I just dropped the pad on my leg. I swear, I keep dropping these things on my legs. Now I already opened the master cylinder cap. I'm just going to throw this pad on here. I did find the tool I was looking for. Which is this one. So I didn't figure it'd move much because these pads were practically brand new. So then, I will then take more grease and put it on the piston of the caliper. And then these ears where they're going to touch the pad. I might be going a little overboard, and there's also some hardware up here. I might be going a little overboard on the grease, but I don't like brake noise. Nobody should like brake noise. I would have normally put these new caliper bolts in here and sliders, but they're brand new already, so this is, hey, these fit a lot better in the cheaper stuff I put on here last time. So doing a brake job with this, how do I feel about it? I actually feel pretty good about it, to be honest. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I can't speak for longevity of it. And I'm going to wipe any grease off of here. Alright. So now I can take those lug nuts off. All that I was doing with that is just holding that in place so that I can work on it. It could totally be done. It could totally be done without it. Some people actually make special tools for it. Personally, I'm just like, I'll use the lug nuts that are already there. And haven't really used it much, but it seems like the battery life's gonna be okay on it too. So I did use it to remove one of the wheels on the Envoy, and I still haven't charged the battery yet. And I'm not going to record doing the other side, but I am going to do a quick tool review on another tool I got, and which will require me to move the tripod. So if you give me a minute, I'm going to go ahead and move the tripod and show you this other tool. Now, because I believe in honesty, I was going to deflate her tire and then use this. However, I noticed that her tire is already low. So I'm going to unbox this real quick, because I legitimately have not touched this thing yet. I like it. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to try to work my way through figuring this thing out. Her tire already looks pretty low. I was going to deflate it. Will it tell me how much air is in it when I hook it up, is the question. Yes, it will. It's got less than 20 pounds in it. That's already up to 20, so I think man, this thing is going to take a while. I might have to speed up the footage, but... And this is also on a brand new battery. I didn't reuse the battery from the other one. There's something I don't like about it. I'm not sure if this is an air intake or just cooling, but when you have your hand on it, at least one side of this is going to be vented or covered. So now you need... So what I'm doing is I'm kind of holding it like this. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Seems like whatever it is on the gauge, when you let go, it's going to go down a little bit. We'll try to get to about 35, which is very close now. Alright, so that was way faster than most of your like plug-in to your cigarette lighter ones. The air seems to be very warm coming out of it. Like, this hose is very hot. I was about to hand it to you, but you're not even next to me. So, that's weird. I would love to take it apart and see what's inside of it, but in the case of a roadside emergency, that would have been very good. That would have been quicker than going to a, you know, one of those little things that plug into your cigarette lighter. You know, at least get you halfway full so you can get to a Wawa or something as a free air pump, or to a gas station or something. Or you could have just sat there and filled your tire with it. I will tell you this is going with me on the road trip, just because I carry a plug kit in the truck. So if I run over a nail or something and I need to plug the tire, I got the plug kit, got this. We can be back on the road in no time. But I also have a spare, and I also am going to be carrying that cordless impact we just looked at. I would like to do a video review on that flashlight at some point, but today is not the day because it's pretty bright out. But I did use it last night, and I will say it worked pretty good. It was very bright, and that'll be nice for taking camping. And I'm also going to take that with us so that we can, if we need it at all on the road trip while, you know, like at our mom's house or something. But I'm going to stop rambling for now, and I'm just going to say thank you for watching. Have a blessed day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.